Hello, my name is Concepta Namkolo Kwalera. I'm a midwife from Zambia and I live in Zambia. I'm just going to give a brief overview of maternal mortality in Africa and in particular the Sub-Saharan region where Zambia is situated. Maternal mortality is actually the most striking health indicator showing the greatest disparity between low income and high income countries. This has been cited by a number of researchers. And when you look at the regions that are affected by this sad phenomenon, you'll find that Sub-Saharan Africa is the most affected region. The major complications that account for nearly 75% of these deaths are issues of bleeding, in particular postpartum hemorrhage. So this is a woman who's been okay throughout her pregnancy, and then she gives birth. After birth, she starts bleeding uncontrollably until she dies due to so many reasons. And you find some of these reasons are issues of maybe prolonged labor, maybe she's had so many children. So you can see that most of these causes are actually preventable. And then another cause that has been cited is infection. And usually these infections occur after a woman has given birth. This is issues of ascending infection in the sense that one, this woman who's given birth, one, they need to be clean. Maybe they don't have running water just to bath. They don't have maternity pads, so they use different sorts of pieces of cloth which might not be clean. And when they use that, what happens? Infection gets in and the woman comes to you with severe puerperal sepsis and the person dies. Another cause that has been cited is eclampsia. Eclampsia, a woman would get pregnant and they start showing signs of pre-eclampsia, which you can easily diagnose by just testing their urine. If you have a dipstick, all you need is a dipstick. Test their urine. Is there protein in the urine? And you diagnose pre-eclampsia. You take their blood pressure. How's the blood pressure behaving? You would easily diagnose. So all you need is a working blood pressure machine. You can see they might have this hidden edema, which you would not actually notice. You just take their weight. When you weigh somebody, you see that they're gaining excessive weight. And you check, they're not carrying twins. So why would somebody gain so much weight in a very short period? So meaning that you will diagnose pre-eclampsia and you could put things in place, but you find that women miss out on all these diagnostic measures. The next thing, the woman starts fitting. They've gone into pre-eclampsia and death occurs. It depends on where this happens. So it can happen in maybe a faraway place, or it can happen in a hospital itself. By the time you pick this woman, take them to theater to go and do the cesarean section, it might be too late. And then the other thing are complications which happen during pregnancy itself. A woman may come in labor and they have maybe a transverse lie. They may have a breech presentation, and this is a big baby. This is something that you could have diagnosed during the antenatal period, and you make sure that this woman does not you don't even allow her to go into labor. This woman should just go for an elective cesarean section, and this is a woman now who comes to you and they're in transverse lie. They will labor until the uterus ruptures and the woman dies. The other thing that has been cited is the issue of septic abortions. Women utilize these unsafe conditions, they utilize unsafe things to conduct these abortions. And in Sub-Saharan Africa, preconception care is a service that is basically non-existent. So you find that some women who already have conditions, for instance, somebody has a heart condition, but they don't even know it because they hardly go to the health facility to go and check, and they get pregnant. You have these beliefs, when when you just get pregnant, we tell women, come for antenatal as early as possible. But most of them come late because the belief is that if this woman comes very early, before people even notice that she's pregnant, the chances of them losing that baby are very high. So they'll only come when it's already late, or maybe when the complications of that heart condition that they have start surfacing. That's when they would come. And, Zambia, like we say, it's a resource-limited country. So most of these facilities, they are in these rural areas, and transportation is very difficult. So basically, the picture I'm giving you shows that most of these conditions that are actually leading to the deaths of women when they are still young, very strong, are actually preventable. This in itself is a tragedy because some of the interventions that are needed, they don't cost much. If women who've given birth are provided with, sanitary pads, if you can't afford disposable sanitary pads, you can have reusable sanitary pads so that they can wash these and use them to avoid infection. You just have dipsticks to test for protein in the urine, a working blood pressure machine, a working weighing scale. And at times, most of the mothers, they move around with very low HB, meaning that the oxygen capacity of their red blood cells is very low. And this is a woman, when she goes in labor, definitely they'll be bleeding. So that little blood that they lose, it will be too much for them to survive, and they'll die. So basically what I wanted to say is that this phenomenon is very heartbreaking. Heartbreaking in the sense that research has shown that most of the babies, more than 50% of the babies whose mothers died in a maternal death, they do not celebrate their second birthday. They die. They die as well. And it's not only that. If you look at pregnancy, childbirth, these are normal phenomena. They are normal phenomena. So nobody should die from something that is normal. But this normal phenomenon is actually killing women. And not because there's really nothing you can do. The remedies, they are preventable or treatable. You can treat some of these causes of these deaths. Early treatment of malaria, deworming of the mothers. All these are simple remedies that can be utilized to actually help mitigate maternal mortality. Well, the government of Zambia is doing a lot, actually, but there are challenges because it is a resource-limited country. That is number one. And yes, you have all this, you have different people trying to come in to help. And I'm glad to say, yes, the maternal mortality has actually been going down. Right now, Zambia has moved from 200 and something to 100 and something. It used to be 300 and something, and it's just been going slowly down. But you know, like I earlier said, pregnancy, childbirth are normal phenomena. These are normal things, physiological processes. So nobody should die from them. So even one death is one death too much. Thank you very much.